After decades of wishing for a Zelda Lego set, our wishes came true and we were given the Lego Deku Tree set. In my opinion, this is a great set to start out with, but I don't want to talk too much about it because there are already several videos explaining it in detail. So instead, I want to talk about the future of Zelda Lego sets and share my top 10 dream sets I want after the Great Deku Tree. First of all, the creators of the Deku Tree Lego set decided with that to be their first set because it was a very iconic element in the entire series that all fans could enjoy. So for most of my picks, I chose very nostalgic locations, with my 10th choice being Windfall Island. This location is one of, if not the most notable location in Wind Waker. There's so much here that could be turned into a great Lego experience, like Toon Link as a minifigure, the King of Red Lines in the background, the windmill that can be spun around, Tingle's jail cell, and so much more. This would be my 10th choice for a future Zelda Lego set. Another great adaptation from game to Lego set would be Skyloft, the main village from Skyward Sword. We could have some great minifigures included like Groose, Pippet, the Loftwings, and Batro. The structure of this set would also be interesting since there's a sky island that floats, but could have a stand that allows you to set it on a table or shelf for display. This would be another great set for the future and would be my 9th choice for a Zelda set. This village would be great as a Lego from any Zelda game, but I mainly chose the one from Ocarina of Time because it's the most nostalgic and would go great with the first Zelda Lego set, the Great Deku Tree. The many houses surrounded by mountains and the windmill would be great, as well as the graveyard with Redeads as Lego minifigures. There's a lot of potential with this possible future set, and ultimately my 8th choice for a Lego set. Okay, I know all we had so far were villages, but I promise this is the last one. Clocktown would be the best village as a Lego set because many shops surrounding the giant tower, and the moon could also be included as well. The set could rest on a massive base plate that you build with detail upon until it looks exactly like the one from the game. Skull Kid and the fairies could be great minifigures to add into the set, and would make this my 7th choice for a future Zelda Lego set. If a bunch of Zelda Lego sets are going to be made, it would make sense if a lot of them were based on the series' many dungeons. And I don't have a lot of traditional Zelda dungeons on my list, but Ganon's Lair from Zelda 1986 would be a great choice. We will already have a Zelda dungeon-ish Lego set in September being inside the Great Deku Tree, but Ganon's Lair could be built with many rooms inside of it, with enemy minifigures including Ganon himself, who could be as big as the Thanos or Hulk Lego minifigure for comparison. I think this should be adapted into a set in the future, and is my 6th choice in my list. The next one is sort of unique, but would be a great smaller set to have. Fighting King Bulblin while riding Lego Epona on a Lego Bridge of Eldin would be a nice little set to have. I think having Epona the Lego would go great with the Lego Links that we're getting in September as well. So this set would be a number 5 choice on my list. Another great Twilight Princess Lego set would be the fishing pond location where you are able to go lure fishing. The Lego mechanics in this set would be great, giving Link a Lego fishing pole that you can reel string with to catch Lego fish. I could see myself having a blast with a Lego mechanic like this, plus the interior of the building would be nice too, with the fish tank and that annoying minigame sitting there with a Lego marble. I can't pass in the actual game, so would I be better at the Lego version? If this 4th choice for a Zelda set comes true, I guess we'll find out. For this part of my list, I'll combine 4 things, but count them as their own large Lego sets. The Divine Beast robotic animal design would be an awesome one to create as a Lego set. When I was younger, I created a Lego Vomito that looked decent, but if all of them were made into better detail, my childhood Lego dreams would come true for sure. They would also be great with a set on my list that is coming up, so stay tuned for that. Tears of the Kingdom's dungeons might not have been like classic Zelda dungeons, but if one of them had a brilliant design, it would be the Stormwind Arc. This dungeon as a Lego set would be so well designed and thought out, including many construct minifigures and a few mini ships as Legos. But the coolest part about it would be having a Tears of the Kingdom Link minifigure with the Lego Colgera you put together. Reenacting this epic battle with Legos would be really great if done right, making this my 2nd choice on the list. Lastly, I believe that this is the next Zelda set we should get right after the Great Deku Tree. It is another iconic feature in the entire series, and could even feature the 2-in-1 building mechanic like the Great Deku Tree is doing. Like how you can either create the Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild, Hyrule Castle would be set where you can either craft the one from Breath of the Wild, or the floating one from Tears of the Kingdom. Or to make it even better, have an 8-in-1 set where you can build the castle from about every Zelda game that includes it. If this is the case, then that would be super pricey, and based on the price of the Great Deku Tree set, it would cost around $1,200. Yeah, this is definitely a huge stretch, but just have another 2-in-1 set with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom's Hyrule Castle, and we'll be fine. In conclusion, I'm super happy that my childhood dream of Zelda Legos has finally come true, and I can't wait to get my hands on the Deku Tree set as well as future sets, but all we can do now is dream and wait. In the meantime, you can hang out here on the channel where I post my many Zelda theories and explanations, as well as my daily posts in the community tab where a Zelda quiz takes place every Wednesday, so look out for those. And also, I just created a Discord page that you guys can visit as well. I'm still figuring out how to format it to the way I like it, but you guys can go visit it anyway to see what it's like right now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on our next adventure.